This is one of the most watched scenes when it comes to inner child healing. Can you guess why? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with any of us. We have emotions, and some of our parents don't know how to handle their emotions, so they onboard us onto earth with this repression. They experience the same repression. It's a repression of our emotions from one generation to the next generation that is seen in society, at school, in the workplace, until someone decides, hey, these are my emotions. I would rather experience them. Sure, they may be confusing, they may be heavy, but they're part of me. They give me information as to who I am. What you see in this scene is the return to validating your emotions. And usually we learn how to do this to ourselves. We look back in time and we sit with ourselves long enough for us to sit with our younger versions who did not have someone to validate our feelings. So when we feel anger, we allow that anger to be manifested into a physical expression, whether we dance, whether we exercise, we run. When we feel sad, we cry. And through the act of crying, we get purified, but we also allow ourselves to experience that flow of the emotion. We have not been taught to have emotional intelligence. We have not even been explained properly how emotions manifest within us, within our bodies, especially when we repress them, which is why a lot of adults are operating in the world with feeling guilt for having emotions, feeling ashamed for having emotions. Usually, our sadness is as a result of something. Something made us sad, we feel sadness. It is not our job to suppress that sadness. It is our job to feel that sadness, to learn from it. What was it that made us sad so that we can prevent it? Or we can adjust our understanding of it as a situation, as a pattern in society, so that we are no longer affected by it in the same way. Our emotions matter. They give us information about our belonging in the world. They give us information about our boundaries, certain things we like, certain things we don't like. It's important for us to feel our emotions in order to understand in which direction to move, who to spend time with, who to trust, because our emotions are the key to our intuition. And with our intuition, we can achieve anything through listening to our intuition and increasing our understanding of how to use it. It is a language. I wrote a book, No One Knows Me, to help you navigate some of the more difficult emotions. 12 chapters, 12 steps of your own hero's journey. It is now on Kickstarter. Children copy the behavior they see at home. So the slap that you saw from the child, and traditionally speaking, any violence that you see from a child, they tend to replicate that from their guardians, from their parents, from the people that they trust the most, whoever is raising them the most, that has that imprint in their memory. This is the person I trust the most. This is the person that I will emanate the most. I will copy the most, because children tend to copy the patterns of those that are raising them as a survival mechanism. This is in their blueprint. You find that one person that you trust and you copy them. You use them as the role model. by default, this is our parents. So when we see children's reactions to be that of violence, it is because violence was imprinted onto their psyche through their personal experience or through witnessing it every single day. Doesn't mean that they're not hurting, it just means that they don't have any better way of processing the pain, whereas adults should have the tools, the emotional tools, the understanding to process their emotions better. Most of the time, they don't, which is why we are where we are today.